Welcome to the Ogden City Council's quick meeting recap for the work session, City Council, and special RDA meetings that took place on Tuesday, April 27th, 2021. In the work session, the Council reviewed and discussed the Net Zero Home Program with Weber State University. The project at 2807 Quincy Avenue has been completed, and Weber State University plans to continue with the program. Weber State is planning on partnering with Weber County Housing Authority and the tech colleges to build energy-efficient homes on properties at 286 Franklin Street and 2881 Lincoln Avenue in Ogden. No action will be taken on this item as it was informational. The Council reviewed and discussed the revised proposal for an honorary street name designation on 2nd Street from Century Drive to Wall Avenue. The initially proposed honorary street name was Bingham Fort Lane in honor of Bingham Fort, which was located in that area. The proposal was amended to include the name of Chief Little Soldier. The new proposal would assign the honorary name as Bingham Fort Chief Little Soldier Lane. This proposal was reviewed by the Planning Commission, and a recommendation of approval for a shorter distance was forwarded to the Council with a vote of 7-0. As recommended by the Planning Commission, the honorary street name would apply to the portion of 2nd Street between Century Drive and Wall Avenue, which the Planning Commission found to align with the fort's historic location more closely. Upon initial review by the City Council, the Council requested that the proposal be reviewed by the City's Diversity Commission. This review was completed, and the Commission forwarded a recommendation of denial to the Council with a vote of 9-1. The Diversity Commission's recommendation was based on the belief that the proposal did not accurately represent and honor the perspectives of all peoples of the area at that time. At the Council's February 2nd work session, Council members discussed the proposal and the recommendation from the Diversity Commission. Council members expressed opposition to the proposal as presented. The petitioner requested additional time to develop an alternative proposal that would help address the concerns expressed by the Diversity Commission. The Council will set a public hearing for this item in the coming weeks. The Council received an update from Council staff regarding the Community Renewable Energy Program. Council members were informed that they have until July of 2021 to decide whether or not they want Ogden to be an anchor community in the program, which would cost Ogden a minimum of $100,000 in startup costs. The Council has not yet made a decision to formally enter Ogden into the program as a participating community under the governance agreement. That decision must be made by January 2022. At the moment, consideration for the program is not scheduled. In the Council meeting, the Council and Mayor adopted a joint proclamation declaring May as Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month in Ogden City. Lulu Faumui Latu Peters, a multicultural counselor from Weber State University Center for Multicultural Excellence, joined the meeting to accept the proclamation. 2 items were approved through common consent. First, the Council approved the appointments and reappointments of Sherman Smith, Mara Brown, Anne Marie Burke, and Karali Jensen to the Ogden City Audit Committee. Secondly, a public hearing and consideration of the fiscal year 2021-2022 annual action plan was set for May 11th. After a public hearing in both the Council and RDA meetings, the Council and RDA Board adopted budget amendments for environmental remediation at the Swift Building site in the Trackline Project area. The budget amendment will increase the fiscal year 2021 city budget by $1.3 million. The proposed budget amendment recognizes revenues from Ogden City BDO lease revenue retained earnings and appropriates those revenues for an interagency transfer to the Redevelopment Agency for environmental remediation at the Swift Building site and for the Weber River Restoration Project. The Council voted to accept the assignment of a real estate purchase contract for purchase of property located at 856 25th Street. The purchase price is $460,000, with $445,000 due at closing. Acting as the RDA Board, the Council approved the use of $600,000 of BDO lease revenue set aside in fiscal year 2020 for acquisition and pre-development activities at the Rite Aid block as the funding source for the purchase. The Council adopted an ordinance to fund the Quality Neighborhoods Initiative and Marshall and White Center with BDO lease revenue funds. The appropriation was tabled as Council directed staff to provide options to vote to fund one program or the other. The ordinance includes $1 million per year appropriation for the Quality Neighborhoods Initiative, as well as $1 million per year for a project or projects benefiting the Marshall and White Center in each of the next 5 fiscal years. The RDA Board approved a resolution for a pre-development agreement for the Wonderblock located on 26th and Grant. The Board approved entering into a pre-development agreement with JF Wonderblock Partners QOZB LLC. The proposed agreement and related funding are designed to maintain the momentum of development of the Wonderblock as entitlements, negotiations on the master lease agreement, negotiations with state courts, and other pre-development activities are completed. Lastly, the RDA Board adopted a resolution to approve a participation and incentive agreement with Bot Pantone Architects Incorporated to facilitate development of 333 24th Street located within the Kiesel Community Development Project area. Under the terms of the agreement, the agency would provide a total of $25,000 in tax increment, payable in one lump sum after substantial completion of the project. The building has been vacant for many years due to lack of critical infrastructure. The incentive would rehabilitate and provide a tenant for an historic building in the Central Business District. The entire recording from the meetings of April 27th can be accessed on the Ogden City Council's Facebook page and podcast with timestamps to skip to specific agenda items. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to the council office at 801-629-8153 or send an email to citycouncil@ogdencity.com.